begin with Paul Gilmore, Sky Sports News.
Hi, Frank.
Hi, Paul.
What specifically did you learn tonight, and why did you not hear your players more, just to pick you up on a point from the TV interview?
I learned a lot of things. I won't even start on that because it'll be a long answer. But I didn't hear them because Sheffield United had more voice, more personality, and that reflected in the way they played.
Defensively, what was your assessment of that performance, and how patient can you afford to be with defenders in circumstances like that?
Well, we made mistakes. We made mistakes that led to goals, individual errors. And obviously, if you're going to make mistakes like that, you're going to lose football matches against good teams. And Sheffield United are a good team. So I'm not, you don't want to say you're patient. We're all striving for the answer right now. But at the moment where we're at, the answer is that we've got how many games that we know in terms of in the league and in the Cup and in the Champions League this season. So we just have to look forward. And I don't want to get into the analysis and the details of the game today because it's only going to be negative and we need to be positive.
Okay, just remind us to use the wave function, please. Next up, Simon Johnson.
Hi, Frank. I appreciate it's hard to talk about any individuals today, but I just wanted to get your thoughts on Tony Rudiger, his reaction to not starting 3 games and the performance when he came on in the second half.
There was no reaction. What reaction are you talking about, Simon? Something you know?
Just sort of how he's coped with not starting the last for 3 games. Like, have you had to speak to him at all about it?
No, he's been very positive in training. I have selection problems. I say this every press conference with trying to pick a team out of the squad because there's competition within the group, and so there was no problem with him.
Joe Prince-Wright.
Hi, Frank. I just want to firstly ask you, does this kind of confirm this performance, what you knew about some of the players in the areas where you need to perform? Is this something that will really stick in your mind?
Not just one game. I think I'm always analysing daily and game by game about us. But yeah, I learned a lot today about the players. You tend to learn more in the tough moments, in tough games. And that's for me to work with and deal with as we go forward. But the most important thing, as I just said there now, is collectively that it's not one to cry our eyes out for days. We're in a situation where the games are coming very quickly. We know where we're at. We have the opportunity to fight for the top 4, which is something that not many expected of us earlier in the season. And you will take knocks in a Premier League year like this, particularly with the situation of where we're at, the phase that we're in. We're nowhere near a finished article. I know that, and I never get overexcited. And today's like that, you have to learn from and improve.
And can I quickly ask about, you mentioned the wingers, you couldn't get them into the game today. When it came to Christian, he's had such a purple patch. He got clattered early on. Did that have any kind of impact on his performance? And do you think he maybe was a little bit jaded after all his big displays the last week?
No, I don't think so. I don't think the tackle early in the game was a strong tackle, but I don't think it had any effect on it. There are games sometimes where they're difficult for you individually, and Christian's affected games really well individually recently. So I certainly won't be looking at him. Everybody who's played that game should want more from the Chelsea side.
Okay, last one in this section, Andy Dillon.
Hi, Frank. Forgive me, I've had Wi-Fi problems again. Just a quick question. Was that a problem? I think I know the answer really, but was that performance a tactical? Was it tactics that went wrong, or was it mentality and personnel that was the problem?
I think it's Sheffield United are a team that play in a very certain way and a pretty unique way, to be fair. And so the players knew all the information that they needed. But if you're going to play with a slow level, with a low technical level, considering how we normally play in terms of our first touch and the ability to play forward quickly, and if we're not really going to compete at the level that we should do for the first 45 minutes in particular, then it doesn't matter how you set up tactically. As Chelsea, we come here, we respect Sheffield United. we matched up in the second half. I still felt physically at times we weren't as good as we should be. We didn't create enough. So there were issues in our quality of our game and in the physical nature of it.
Okay, that's the end of the press conference. We're now going to do a really quick